Hi, this is Christina from Proverbs 31 Woman, and today I wanted to talk about elderflowers. Some of you may be familiar with elderflowers as food or a product that's used to make certain drinks, especially in Europe. But today I want to talk about the medicinal qualities of elderflowers. Not very many people realize they have medicinal properties, even if you may know that the elderberries are highly medicinal. So I highly recommend the book Herbal Antivirals. It has a whole long chapter about using every part of the elderberry for medicine. And that might shock some of you because a lot of us are told that elderberry bark and leaves and even certain types of elderberries are poisonous. They're not poisonous, they can be toxic, but it's all about knowing how to process certain parts of the elderberry for medicine. So read the book. I'll put the link in the comments or in the description below. Um, Elderflowers are medicinal, just like elderberries. So elderberries are best known for treating the cold, the common cold or flu, and there are a lot of scientific studies that back that up, that it's a great medicine. Matter of fact, it was used during World War I era by the United States government to treat influenza. It can also be used for sinus infections, respiratory problems, fever. It helps bring out the fever and cleanse your body. It can be used for inflammation and nerve pain and some other things as well. So on our homestead, we primarily have red elderberry, and a lot of books will tell you that red elderberry is useless as food or medicine. But again, in the book, Herbal Antivirals, he makes a great case for how people throughout history have used red elderberries. In fact, the Chinese have used red elderberry exclusively. And so, haven't tried using the berries yet, but this year I am using the flowers. So obviously when you're picking elderberry flowers, it's going to affect your berry harvest. So you may or may not choose to harvest flowers. We have tons of elderberries on our property, so I'm not at all worried about limiting the number of berries that we have. So all I'm going to do is clip off the flowers. I'm going to clip them from the very bottom here, and then I'll show you how to process them so that you can turn them into medicine later. I've cut the flowers off of several trees, which by the way, they can grow very tall, but their limbs are quite flexible, so just draw them down toward you and that makes harvesting quite easy. Even though I cut long stems off of each tree, because that is better for the tree, it will encourage new growth, I went ahead and I trimmed off the stems. You can see my bowl right there of trimmed stems, because really what I'm after here are the flowers. I've set them on my dehydrator's trays. I have several trays here. Another option is to not cut off the stems and tie them with a string and hang them up in a cool, dark location. That's the old school way. You could also use a freeze dryer, and I have a link to the freeze dryer that we use. But I'm choosing today to go ahead and do it in my dehydrator. And down here on the bottom, I also have some yarrow that I'm going to dehydrate. It's also excellent medicine. And you can see my blog for more information about how to use yarrow and why we preserve it here on our homestead. Now, these are herbs, and so they should be dehydrated for optimal medicinal qualities at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm not going to give you a time for how long it takes, because it takes as long as it takes. Your humidity and other weather conditions in your home can affect how long it takes. You just want them to be nice and crispy and not damp at all. Hi, I'm back. It's the day later. My herbs have been drying in my electric dehydrator overnight. They don't take very long to finish. You know they're done when they're really crispy. It'd be hard to mistake when they're done. They're really dry quickly, and even the stems are tiny and crisp, and that's exactly what you're after. Store them in an airtight container. I like to use upcycle jars. Just make sure their lids are airtight, or you can use a canning jar with a lid. And you're just going to dump them in here gently. You don't want to crush them, so don't pack them in too tight. And store them in a cool, dry location. Now, when you're ready to use the herb as medicine, a really easy way to do that is simply to make tea. So you're going to take a tea ball, which you can buy almost anywhere that sells kitchenware, certainly online. I'll link to it in the description. And you're going to fill this up, pack it really well with your herb, whatever that may be, in this case, elderberry flower. I'm not going to do it now because, again, I don't want to crush these before I store them, because when you crush them, that is helping to release the medicinal properties. So, really pound them in, crush them up, do both sides, and then you close the tea ball, stick it in your cup, pour boiling water over it. Now, important, cover the cup with a saucer. And what that does is it helps keep the medicinal properties in the tea instead of letting it escape with the steam. You just let this sit until it's cool enough to drink and there's no more steam. You can remove this and enjoy. It's a really easy way to use the medicine of elderberries. I hope you liked the video. Please like, share, subscribe, and check out my blog for more information about herbal medicine and about foraging. Thanks a lot. Bye.